Kind of Egg Radio.
That's right. Radio podcast.
Kind of Egg Radio. Kind of Egg Radio.
Hello and welcome to Kind of Egg Radio podcast. I'm Rob.
This is Gary.
Co-host Gary for the evening, for the session. And we are here with Bailey, Elora, and company.
Hello.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Company. Three's company, too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
three.
The company should introduce
Come and knock on
themselves.
our door.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, well, you guys have Isaac Zamora, technically the rhythm guitarist, I guess you can say, and then we have my brother Freddie Zamora.
Ooh, brothers.
Us. Yeah,
Yeah.
so lead guitarist.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
And funny.
And
Interesting.
Bailey,
Yes.
you must, I guess, introduce yourself or
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Bailey Elora.
I guess I'm Bailey Elora.
Yeah.
We go under my name, so.
You do go under your name. Well, wow, I guess just since you're brothers, the very first thing that occurs to me is like, have you been playing guitar together your whole life? And
Yeah, honestly,
you
yeah.
guys must be really in sync all the time. That's really cool.
Honestly, I think that's what helps us out the most. I think, I mean, I've had the pleasure to play with many different people, but nobody understands me the way he does, and he also says the same thing about me, so, you
You
know.
were brothers, like
Brothers
Stone
who
Temple
like each
Pilots.
other.
Those guys were brothers.
Yeah. Have you ever hit each other with an instrument, though?
On accident. I don't
On
think
accident?
ever on
Not on
purpose.
purpose yet.
Never on purpose.
Nothing on purpose.
Yet, you know?
Yet.
I
It's
guess we
so
flicked a
funny
couple
to
pics at
me.
each other.
Because Freddie always says he doesn't want to talk, and this man is over here talking, and it is so funny.
That's very true. No, but I think the closest to like hitting ourselves with the instruments, I guess, just like throwing pics at each other was something we used to
Okay,
do a
okay.
lot. So
Right.
just kind
Fair
of
enough,
like
fair
flick pics
enough.
at each other every now and
Do
then.
you throw pics at them?
Oh no, I just like glare at them a little bit. I'm
Okay.
like, what are you doing?
We try to make her as socially awkward as possible.
Do you ever hold up a mirror so you can glare behind you at the same time?
No, I haven't.
I'd recommend it. It's
Maybe I
less
should
fun.
try it. Do one of those little compact mirrors, make it real bitchy.
So this isn't, well, you have sometimes a larger band contingent.
Yes.
When like a kit drummer,
Mhm.
probably a bassist fits
Yep.
into there. Tell us real quick about the band configuration that you often play out with and who's not here tonight.
Okay, so we normally have a 5-piece, but everybody but me is in separate bands as well.
Sure.
So they are at band
Hey,
practice.
welcome to being part of the music scene,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
they're at
that's
band
it.
practice tonight. But normally we have James and Jeff, who are James is our drummer, Jeff is our bass player, and so we do like the full band, and then we also do broke down stuff where it's the three of us, and then we also do sometimes where it's just me and one guitarist, depending on which Zamora is free.
Right.
Yeah.
And probably, depending on the gig, right? There's some gigs that are a little bit more stripped down or...
I literally, between them, it just depends on who's free.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're pretty interchangeable with who can do the acoustic stuff.
What are the other bands that we're talking about here?
So we've got, oh god, there's so many
Oh,
now.
so many?
So many with
so-
them.
How many people? We're talking about 3 different people here?
Okay.
What are you in
All right,
right now?
so
This Isaac.
I'm only just in 2 bands as of right now. I'm with Bailey Elora, and then I also just recently joined a band, metal band, with our bassist Jeff and drummer James. Cure for Pain. We don't have
Whoa.
anything lined up
Very-
soon.
very
Which,
metal
fun
sounding
fact, our manager for our band used to manage that band.
Right on.
Yeah,
Dave does everything.
Do you say you have MP3s of that band?
CDs.
They have CDs. I think they do have CDs. I mean, it's because they
Well,
were
I'm
a
just,
band before.
I'm just saying, you got to give it to us. We'll get on the K4CO on Kind of Big Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Play
think
more
it'd be
stuff?
interesting.
I mean, I like their music, and so those are what you're in. What are
Yeah.
you in right now, Freddie?
Yeah, Freddie.
Well, I'm with Bailey, and then it's a jazz band.
Freddie's with me, and then a jazz band. Does it have a name?
It doesn't have a name.
No name.
Jazz band.
Why don't we just call it a jazz band?
Yeah, jazz band.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then James
Tonight.
is in my band, Care for Pain, Muchly
Skull.
Such Wise,
The Schofields.
and the Schofields.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's quite the roster.
Yeah.
Well, once again, get them to give us those recordings. We'll play them.
Yeah. Currently, I get to be in just this one, which is much less of a headache of planning things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Okay. Well, it's a good time to let's kick off a little bit of music, shall we?
Yeah, well.
What have you got prepared for us tonight?
So most of the ones we're gonna play are unreleased, because the ones that we do
Oh,
have
man, that's
released
really
recently
great.
Are more of a full band kind of vibe.
Yes, and in fact we'll get into that a little bit, but yeah, we'll first do a
Yeah,
song.
so
What will we do was pretty good acoustic when you guys were doing it up
oh
there,
yeah,
too.
you did get to see that when we played it at Red Rocks.
That was pretty good
Yeah.
acoustic. Just saying.
Yeah.
Red Rocks and you
we'll
played.
see, because how my vocals are doing today, and they're a little crackly. But this first one is called Between My Teeth. I wrote it with and for a friend of mine, Elise, in New Mexico. What is it, about a year or two ago? It's kind of one of my favorites. It's definitely about like the anger that you can feel with like a relationship ending, but like knowing that you're going on to better things. So this is Between My Teeth. I tried a little too hard, and you drank a little too much. We looked beautiful, but nothing like love. What we had was never enough.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love.
I'll spread my wings, learn to fly away from things I don't need. Oh, it feels so nice to finally breathe, letting go of all the anger between my teeth. I'd like to be a little colder, and you should be a little warmer. Oh, we are broken now with no easy fix. We will part of just one last kiss. Oh, I would fight destiny for you. Oh, I am soft, but I can be a soldier too. For you raised a white flag and I chose to leave. Now my heart is shattered on the street in front of me. I'll spread my wings, learn to fly away from things I don't need. Oh, it feels so nice to finally breathe, letting go of all the anger between my teeth. I never thought I'd be okay if I lost you along the way. I never thought I'd be okay with just myself at the end of the day. I never thought I'd be
I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to love you. I didn't mean to hurt
Hell yeah, guys. God, you sound amazing. Talk about
Thank
strong
you.
vocals. You don't know how strong your vocals are. Very strong.
Thank
They're
you.
very strong tonight. How long have you guys been singing together? How do you get harmonies that tight? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
So for a while there, it was me and Freddie that were singing mainly, and it was because we started off like the whole how the band came together was really weird, very very weird. So my mom is friends with my bass player Jeff's sister, and that's kind of how we met Jeff, and then David, our manager, was managing Jeff's band Care for Pain, and then at one point he approached Jeff and was like, hey, would you want to do like a musical project with Bailey? And Jeff was like, yeah, which thank God for that, because I call Jeff Megamind, because he kind of like keeps everything together, and he just
he's
knows
definitely
everything.
the glue of the group.
He knows everything. And so we started off as me and Jeff, but Jeff was my guitarist, and I would do like acoustic shows. And then at one point, Jeff was out of town for a show that I wanted to do, and so we asked Freddie, who him and Isaac were both in a band together before, and then that band kind of fell apart right at the same time. My old band fell apart before my acoustic sets with Jeff, and so we brought Freddie in to do this one gig, and then we just ended up keeping him, and it became me, Freddie, and Jeff. And then we were like, well, we might as well just have a drummer, and so we brought in Isaac. And then we did an EP release show at the beginning of 2020, which is probably
It's
the
all
worst
around
time.
2020. It's all
Yeah,
right?
this is
Yeah.
pretty
leading
far
up
back.
into the pandemic.
Yeah. So this was like our EP release show. I think was either like January or early February, and we got the pictures back from it, and we had brought in James to be a guest drummer on 2 songs, so we could have Isaac play guitar. Because at this point we had me on vocals, and then Freddie on guitar, and then Jeff on bass, and then we had Isaac on drums. And so we brought in James to do drums on 2 songs that we needed Isaac for guitar on. And so then we got the pictures back, and we were like, well, damn, Isaac looks so happy playing the guitar. And so we were like, well, okay. And so we asked James, hey, do you want to be a permanent part of the band? And he was like, yeah, of course. And so when COVID restrictions let up a bit, because I went into like isolation because I'm immunocompromised, we started practicing together in like a really spaced out warehouse. And so that's kind of when the band became the band.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a fun thing. And then at one point later after that, Isaac moved to Texas.
I did.
And so he left the band. We had to replace him with another guitarist for a little bit. And then Freddie left the band for a bit. And then we just had that one guitarist. And then Freddie came back, that guitarist left, and then Isaac came back. And now we're back to
We're back to.
to
You guys
the
both
original
like
5.
you move away or some shit like that.
The whole Texas thing was just kind of just out of the. Well, yeah, I would like to say out of the blue. I think it's just like something that just kind of came up for me.
I mean, a good job is a good job.
Yeah.
That's what
The
it was.
economy
a good
sucks,
job.
and if you can
Yeah.
get a good paying job,
Yeah,
you take
and
it.
I mean, it was really cool. I mean, it was kind of.
Isaac got to play in a Christian band for a while.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
every now and then.
Did that help hone your vocal chops? I mean, you're an excellent singer as
Oh,
well.
yeah, did they
man.
make you sing?
Well, actually, that's actually where our background comes from. We were
How
kind
about
of
that?
forced into playing music at first. It was kind of something we didn't want to do at first. We were really young. We were kids. I was like 7. I think Freddie was around like 11 around that time, 10, 11-ish. And the church that we attended to, the band just kind of left. And my dad was like, well, I have 3 kids. Take them. And we got forced into this. And somewhere in between the lines, the lady that was teaching us, she really focused on like showing us how to sing, because we used to suck. Like me and Freddie used to not sing
I mean,
at all.
I don't think they ever
it's
sucked,
it can
but
be.
they definitely
it's
have gotten
absolutely
better.
something that can be trained and
Yeah.
worked on, and it's a skill. It's muscle memory. It's
I agree most of
It's
the
like
time.
working out. It's like pumping iron. How do you get stronger? You lift weights.
I
Yeah.
agree most of the time. Some people just are tone deaf, and that's okay.
There are
Sometimes
people
you're
that are
not
tone
meant
deaf.
to be on the mic.
There are people that are tone deaf, and of course there are people with aptitudes. You know,
Mhm.
just as
Yeah.
like, there's some people with running aptitude or swimming aptitude or any sort of
Yeah.
aptitude. But that doesn't mean that any old person can't get okay
Oh,
at running or swimming
Yeah.
or lifting weights or any
Yeah,
fucking thing.
We do prefer the term tone impaired.
Tone
impaired.
All
Thank,
right.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Tone
Yeah.
impaired.
Well,
Yeah.
Some,
impaired.
but you know, hey, good for you guys.
Yeah,
No,
but the
with your perfect hearing and tone.
I don't think that's what it is.
We work on it. It takes a lot of effort. We practice every Saturday. But I think the original question was how do we get the harmonies so good? And I went off on a weird tangent.
That's true. That is
was
the original
actually
question.
the studio that we were recording with about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
The Spot Studios up in Evergreen.
Sure, I know the Spot
Um,
Studios.
great
I
guys.
recorded
We-
there before they moved up to Evergreen.
Yeah, they're incredible, and we absolutely love them. But at one point during the recording of our first song with them, we had thought that Freddie was going to be the backup vocals because he had been doing backup vocals for me and like duet vocals with me for a while. And so we're like, oh, it's obviously going to be Freddie. And then we got there and they were like, no, we're going to have Isaac do it.
Are you offended at all of this, Freddie? Or
Freddie
you
doesn't want to sing.
You seem pretty chill about this whole.
Yeah, you need to move up to a mic.
Yeah, there you go.
So, the thing with that is, I wasn't offended by it because, so what Glenn did, he's one of the
Yeah, Glenn,
sound
the guy that runs
engineers.
the
Yeah,
chief engineer, absolutely.
right. Shout out
I've
to
worked with him.
Glenn
He can
and
play
Rich.
anything.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
do
His
anything. Yeah.
mind- yeah.
So, while we were up there, we took a part of of Bailey's scratch vocals, and he pitched it down, and
Okay.
it sounds exactly like Isaac
It's
singing.
so funny because
Interesting.
Isaac,
So it's almost like you're
Yeah.
harmonizing with
Incredible.
yourself
yes,
if you were
kind
doing
of.
it.
Yeah.
The funny thing about it though is that
Exactly.
Isaac didn't show up knowing he was gonna be singing.
I was super hungover because I think we had
Yeah, you know.
I had a party.
Classic.
It was like my uncle's birthday party. So like I was like, you know what? Like it's fine.
Yeah,
I
I
finished
guess-
my part, and like I just went to like I was ready to go to the studio the next day, but I was like I'm gonna just be there for support. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm not
and
gonna
then-
de singing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
I was
is
like,
that the flip question? If you weren't all that bummed out, were you like psyched? Was it like, yes,
He
my
was
time to
so not
sing!
happy about it.
Finally, I've been
He was
waiting my whole
complaining.
life.
He was like, I don't want to sing. I don't want to do it. And Glenn's like, you should do it.
yeah.
You're gonna do it.
So it's kind of
Yeah, and then he was just in the booth and he was like, oh, okay, I'm
And
doing
it
it.
sounded great.
I'm a
I mean,
singer
Glenn
now.
made me sound really good in there, so I was like,
Yeah.
all right, this is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good
and then he was
studio.
like-
when you hear your
Yeah.
voice and you actually, yeah, it
He was
really
like
is nice.
telling me, he was like, well, Glenn's actually really good at making those harmonies for me. And I'm like, yeah, they sound great. And we've just kept them.
Yes.
And what's
I
your
mean-
process? Do you actually think about it? Or do you just sing? You kind of hear what should
so
happen? or-
kind of, yeah, I guess it comes back to our roots of like church. I mean, we always got kind of pushed to do like second voice or third voice. You know, most of
Right.
the time singing and
like an
ironically enough.
octave or a fifth.
Yeah, so
typical harmony.
ironically enough, we just always sang with woman singers, so it was just kind of like
I mean,
made it easy.
they're
in a
much
way.
better at doing harmonies. Like from the get go, they were much better doing harmonies than I am. I've had to work on it.
Me too. It's a hard
Um,
thing to get. I
Yeah.
think.
Cause like I was in choir and stuff growing up, like
Neither was I. Yeah.
the whole time, and so I can do harmonies, but it's hard for me to come up with my own.
Mm.
I feel like it's mostly just in my head kind of thing.
And also, this is something Andrew and I have talked about plenty of times. It's singing blended is a different skill than singing like lead. A lot of
Mhm.
times, you're lead
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
You're expected to, and you should. You soar out above everything.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why also a lead singer can be like rhythmically way more complex and interesting. All these things, but the backup singer, your job is to try to like accent it
Yeah, I
and lift
think
it up and
Lead
not
vocals
jump
are so
out. Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I think the best way
exactly
that
right.
I kind of say, like, I don't know, I just try. I mean, we speak about it all the time. We just like it's about trying to elevate the lead vocals. So it's like Bailey. So it's like, what can we do to elevate
Exactly.
that vocal?
And a lot of times, a good harmony almost makes the melody stronger. Like
Yeah.
you always hear the melody even more pronounced now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially in the one we just did, Between My Teeth, that one is heavy on the harmonies, and it changed the whole sound of the song. Because I originally wrote it was just my vocals and a guitar, and that was absolutely it.
Uh huh.
And having mainly Isaac's vocals. You can also hear Freddie, because he always says he doesn't want to sing, and then we don't give him a mic, and then he's singing anyway, and you
Oh.
can hear him.
In the studio, do you add in like 3-part harmony style or anything?
We
now?
haven't recorded since.
Yeah, so I'll do it live, but in the
Yeah.
studio,
Yeah.
he records them.
So yeah, so in recording all like the harmonies and stuff are just basically me. But live, Freddie does chime in with those vocals like live. So then we do like a 3-part
Alright.
harmony.
I
Alright.
usually have to hit the higher harmony.
Yeah.
What she's singing.
Yeah, Freddie hits
Ooh.
the higher harmony.
It's got
Yeah.
it.
You know, I see that more often. I saw that just on some video the other day. It's like, you know, a female lead singer with a guy doing higher stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting, but I guess it's not as weird as I thought.
Oh, it's not. He definitely is like, damn it, I gotta sing the higher part. And I'm like, well, I can switch with you. And he's like, no, you're the lead singer. We're not doing that. And so I've given him an out, but he's like, no, this is how it's supposed to sound. So, sacrifice for your art.
Yeah, well, I think with all this harmony talk, we've segued into let's give us something, guys. Let's hear these harmonies in action.
Right.
Or not, just do a solo. Whatever's next.
Let's do Love Like This. Does that one have some good harmonies in it?
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You taught me, saying I can't take the hate, but nothing but it feels warm to me. And you never hit me with your fists, but that don't mean there aren't bruises. Do I wanna love like this? Do I wanna love like this? You're not lying, you insist, but I'm not that ignorant. See, you've been talking in your sleep, despite the fact that you're holding me. Do I wanna love like this? Do I wanna love like this? Your ghosts are knocking at my door, saying I should want you no more. But I'm a sucker for your kiss. Doesn't matter if it's poisonous. Sometimes I wonder if it was all a lie. When you think about me, do you get twisted up inside? I wasted so much time on a pretty maybe. How was I so blind to all your tendencies? Is this the kind of love I want? Is this the kind of love I deserve? Do I wanna love if loving just hurts?
Oh, drink the coffee down the wrong pipe. Oh, yeah, I love that song.
You
Thanks.
drink coffee through your weed pipe?
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
honest, you were coughing because all the feelings were coming up. That's the real reason.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's an
Like
automaton,
a
I
good yoga
promise.
session. Love that double picking you're doing there, Freddie.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
bridge towards the end of the song.
Yeah.
You also have this awesome flourish that I love at the end. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
very-
he's
Oh.
yeah.
like you're the matador of the fucking guitar. Like,
Yeah, and you just come in
That's
here
done,
really
bitches.
dry with that telly, but you're almost like ripping it John Frusciante style. Loving it.
Yeah. That's ready for you, man.
Okay, so next question is just about your writing process. I want to know
Yes.
a little bit of how do you write songs? You have very well constructed songs. verse, chorus.
You
You
want
have
to
a
take this
bridge
Freddie? 'Cause
section.
You're a big part of
Yeah.
this. You're about
Yeah,
you're a big part.
how does this happen? There you go. You can use Gary's.
Oh no, we're stealing Gary's.
Gary ain't
line.
using it.
Bye, Gary.
Yeah. So I'll chime in on this one. I
You
tend
wanna
to
start?
Yeah, I tend to start the writing process a lot lately for a lot of our songs. But I would say writing for Bailey is one of the biggest challenges I've had as a musician in my life.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, she has some very odd phrasings and
No
timing
comment. No
sometimes,
comment.
and yeah, they're.
Well,
But it's been honestly great because like honestly, my writing process at first was I start with chord progressions.
sure. Okay, great.
Right, that's my thing. I start with the chord progression and then I develop it from there.
Sure.
Right, I really like to start with the feel of a song, and then usually the lyrics come to me. But when I started writing for Bailey, Bailey doesn't play an instrument.
I
so
don't play.
So
an
you are
instrument.
just like going for melody. You hear melody.
Yeah, like you know how like when you're in the shower and you just come up with all these crazy melodies and you're just singing random stuff because you know.
Let's just say for argument's sake, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not
Well,
all you.
We're not all
Some
you.
people like to sing in the shower. Okay. It's kind of just like that. I just get random melodies and stuff in my head. I also like heavily. I'm into poetry, and so a lot of my stuff that doesn't come with a melody starts that way.
Interesting.
And so I'm super evil to Freddie, and I'm like, hey, so here's this little bitty phrase that I've got, and I sing it to him, and he's like, what time signature is that even
right,
in?
or what chords to put
Because
under
when you
it.
play an instrument, you've got like that guide of like, okay, this is in
Yeah.
like 4/4 or like whatever. And for me, I don't have that, so I don't have the constructs of playing an instrument, and so I get to do that, and then I bring it to Freddie and be like, here you go,
So,
have fun.
So then, is that true? Then you would come in and you just like have melody and or words, and these guys have to figure out some chords.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
how we started writing.
Yeah.
And then it's changed a little. I mean, I can write multiple ways. That's my most common way that I write. But recently we've been doing more stuff where Freddie brings a guitar piece and I write to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just depends on who's starting the writing process. I think if Bailey's starting the writing process, it'll be melody first, right? Because she'll send us a voice memo, and like she said,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna kind of throw some shade on Bailey, but she's not really the greatest when it comes to timing.
I'm not. I am terrible at timing.
So those voice memos she sends me sometimes are like all over the place, and I have to try to kind of structure them a little bit.
Imitate one.
But
Yeah.
Oh my
oh
god.
man,
Actually, Love Like This, I want to say started off like that. No, I think you sent us a voice memo to that.
Did I?
I think you did.
no, because we wrote
No.
Love Like
Love
This.
Like This we wrote at my house.
Yeah,
We did. Never mind.
Yeah.
the one.
That was together.
The one that started that way was the one we just released about a couple weeks ago. Was "Come to the Water."
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that one was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that one started back when it was me, Freddie, and Jeff. So we have videos, like old videos from back when we were first starting to work with it. And I'm also like, my songs are my babies, and I'm like, I have a certain vision for them, which is like
Sure.
totally cool, but it can also make me kind of a bitch sometimes. Because they're like, hey, we need to fix this. And I'm like, no,
Huh?
how dare you? That is how it's supposed
Yeah.
to sound.
And that's
I'm-
where the
yeah.
challenging part for us comes in, because we're
Yeah.
like, okay, guys, we need to figure out a way to keep this what Bailey really wants, you know,
But
and
make
like,
it not crazy.
and make
Yeah.
it like in the way that it has to
Yeah.
fit.
So
Yeah.
that song actually has 2 different BPMs. So the time signature is the same, but
Right.
it does the
When you're in the studio, you
timing
got
of
to
it.
program that change. And all
Yeah,
that.
you gotta
Right,
program it, so-
roll,
Yeah, and Bailey's a fan of like, if she wrote words to something and she really liked those lyrics,
I
like
don't
we-
get rid of them.
she won't get rid of them. So if there's like an extra tag,
Yeah, but
After the
sometimes
end of the
that's
phrase-
really
Well,
where some
'cause I-
fun, interesting things happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I
like that.
story tell
Yes.
basically. So like, at one point, Jeff wanted to get rid of the whole last verse in "Come to the Water," or no, it wasn't "Come to the Water." It was "Love Like This." He wanted to get rid of the last verse, and I was like, no. And he was like, well, why not? We don't need it. And I'm like, we do though. It's got the story in there, and so that tends to be how
to
the
make the
lyrics
case for
are.
it, well,
And
Yeah.
so it's very
little
much
push
like
and
a
pull
yeah.
sometimes can strengthen
Yeah.
the art.
Well, Jeff will be like, we should get rid of this, and he'll like put it out there, and I'm like, I'll think about it, and sometimes he
Right.
wins. Sometimes he's smarter than I
Yeah.
am.
Right.
But I like to believe, like, sometimes, like, I mean, Jeff kind of doesn't like the idea at first sometimes, and then
Oh,
we
yeah.
make it sound really good, and he's like, you know what, this is actually a good idea.
Yeah, well, and Jeff doesn't
There's a
school
kind
his
of
features
there's a
with
case
us.
for that too, a contrarian in the mix.
Yeah. Jeff
Like
doesn't
I know
school
that
his
it
features
could be
either.
frustrating, but I bet you it's strengthening the artistic output.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think the things we've come up, and I think
Yeah.
the lovely thing about band practice with this band specifically is we'll try anything. So if someone's like, hey, what if we try this for the song? We're like, all right, let's do it. Let's see what it hears like when we all come together and try that. And I think that's what really helps us be like, well, you know what? No. Or like, it's never like a, no, we're not going to do this. It's more
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's
okay,
a we'll
well,
try
let's
it
figure
first.
That's my
something out.
philosophy too as a
Yeah.
musician.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Like,
someone
I don't
suggests
like it,
something.
but we'll try
I'm not
it.
really that into the idea, but I'm not gonna. Because I know better, you know. And anyway, you say no to somebody,
Yes.
they're just gonna be like just be like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah. Well, we also luck out that our whole band has a pretty even temperaments, and we're all really good at communicating with each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we've been together for like 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
I will say this is
I don't
definitely
think
the
we've ever
healthiest
had-
band I've been in.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
it's
Super
kind
tight.
of
You guys are
it's
super tight.
it's definitely like
Yeah, we've never
nice.
had really big fights. Like at most, we've had like little disagreements, and someone's like, "I gotta go outside and smoke,"
Yeah.
which is normally James. He's like gets frustrated because he has to do a weird drum thing, and Jeff's like, "You're gonna do it this way," and James is like, "Fine." Or like with me, I'm like, oh, "We have to cut that part." Okay. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and cry a little bit, and then we'll be
Yeah.
fine. But like, that's an exaggeration. But it's kind of like that. We have little bits that we like are like, okay, that's not my favorite, and then we just come back and we're fine.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking when you were telling me about your process, and you recorded at the Spot Studios.
Yes.
Because Doc Fishbach is the other one that I know.
Oh yeah,
that-
we love him.
Yeah, and you know he has that process too. He just does a melody.
Mhm.
I think he started to learn how to do it himself, but at
Yeah.
the very beginning, he just went in, put it on Glenn, just like, dude, here's my song.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, whatever, and Glenn's just like, okay, you know.
Yep. Yeah, that's
C,
what I did to
G,
Freddie.
F minor.
and then
That's right.
yeah. So that's those are the two main ways that I write. I also write with like other people. Because like I do different like guest stuff with other bands and things, and so
What are a couple of those?
so I have a song called Pasatiempo with Iskali, and that one was co-written with their lead singer Miguel, and so that one I think started with he already had a guitar part that his band had been like, we don't like that, we don't want to play it,
Oh.
and so he brought
Yeah.
it to me and we wrote to it, and then he brought it back to his band and they're like, okay, now we like it.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
good
So,
Yeah.
but that one he definitely started that one with the guitar, and I wrote to it. Whereas when I first started like really writing my own stuff, I was doing stuff with a friend of me and my dad's, who is our manager, Dave. Dave is the dadager. A friend of ours, kind of was basically taught me how to write on the whim, basically, to write two melodies, because I had never done that. And I think that definitely helps me now,
Interesting.
because at the time it freaked me out, but I think now it makes it a lot easier for me to
No, yeah.
write to
and
an instrument.
It's definitely
Alright.
impressive sometimes too, because I mean, we brought stuff in, or sometimes we're like during band practice, we're just jamming, and then she starts writing, and then she starts singing in the mic. I'm like, all right, cool, this sounds really good. Let's make it a song.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how we have a song that we've been working on for a while. That it won't be out for a while because we're still, recording is expensive and we're always writing and things are always happening, and we have all this music that we already
Yeah.
had started to put out.
Yeah.
But literally, they were just jamming at band practice, and I was like, I'm gonna write to
Yeah,
that.
Nice.
And then
Hey,
we ended up
it's-
making band practice into a songwriting session.
Never hurts to have more material rather than less. I think the time has come for another song.
Yeah,
I want to talk
let's
about
do
all
it.
your new singles, but let's do another little musical interlude for us, shall we?
Yes. Are we okay? Here, Gary. Here's your mic back. All right. This one is called Like That. It's a recent one, another unreleased. That was about a relationship of mine ending in fiery, fiery flames, and I was a little mean in the music that I wrote about it. Yeah. This is like that.
Is this your Taylor Swift moment?
All of my moments are Taylor Swift moments. I'm all crazy when you folded my pages. Didn't know how important ages. You used me up and let me down. Oh, how do you like me now? How could you treat me like that? You're all I ever wanted, you're the worst I ever had. How could you treat me like that? I gave you all my love, now I want that shit back. You took me to so many new places, always sang such beautiful praises. I let you in, you kept me out. Oh, are you happy now? How could you treat me like that? You're all I ever wanted and the worst I ever had. How could you treat me like that? I gave you all my love, now I want that shit back. How could you treat me like that? I let you drive the car so we were destined to crash. How could you treat me like that? You're not a prophet, you're just a man, crying victim with bloody hands. You're not a prophet, you're just a man, crying victim with bloody hands. How could you treat me like that? You're all I ever wanted and the worst I ever had. How could you treat me like that? I gave you all my love, now I want that shit back. How could you treat me like that? I let you drive the car so we were destined to crash. How could you treat me like that? How could you treat me like that? How could you treat me like that?
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, guys. Man, this is going to sound so great. I can't wait to start mixing it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I kind of jokingly mentioned Taylor Swift, but it did bring to mind, what are your major influences here?
Okay, so for me, it tends to be a mix of a lot of things. Right now, my current favorite artist, writing wise, is Halsey. I absolutely
okay.
love her. She also, I have a lot of medical issues wrong with me, and so her recent stuff is really her talking about her also medical issues that she has. So I really love that because it's easily relatable for me. But I think of all time favorite writer is Justin Furstenfeld from Blue October.
Oh, okay.
He is an incredible writer and an incredible performer, and I just love his lyricism so much. I think that's probably my biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a kind of deep cut there.
Yeah.
That is a deep
That
cut.
is. That's actually that's cool.
Yeah.
I like to
All
believe.
right, Brothers Guitar. Let's.
I think at least for me and Freddie, I mean, I guess Freddie will speak about who, but I think for especially specifically for this band, I think at least from my part, what I try to get from with ideas and stuff, I think it's influenced a lot by a group called Mana.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah.
they're
And-
Huge internationally.
Yeah.
I guess not a lot of Americans know who they
Yeah,
are,
and we grew up with them
but
because of my
huge internationally. Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up with them because of my dad. And then when it comes to like, really getting stuff together rhythmically with like the lead guitarists and stuff, we follow a lot and we listen to a lot of like Pierce the Veil and Avenged Sevenfold, like just the whole Zacky Vengeance,
Right on.
Sinister Gates,
Mhm.
Jaime, and then the people from PTV, I think it like really influences a lot, the way we try to make everything come together,
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned two of my biggest influences for when I'm writing for this band, which is Avenged Sevenfold and Pierce the Veil. I mean, Avenged Sevenfold, the guitarist for the, Sinister Gates, Zacky Vengeance, they're just tight, When it comes to a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist, is really understanding what the role for each of them is. And I think we've taken a lot of inspiration for that, for like when we write our parts, and the harmonies we put within our playing, within what we do. And then Pierce the Veil is just a more modern age, thing for us. And I don't know. I don't think there's maybe like 2 songs by them I don't like, but every album that they drop, it's like every single one is a hit for me. And
Yeah.
That's
It makes
definitely what
sense
I
with
take.
the current group of recording some of these influences. It sounds a lot more modern. Obviously, you got it stripped down in this here, and actually, that's a good segue to go on and talk about all your new singles. The one that I was thinking about, we've played it like a couple times now, and last week in succession is "I'd Rather Die,"
Yes.
which I think that is produced impeccably. Almost like a Butch Vig, almost like Garbage. Do you ever
Yeah,
listen
yes.
to Garbage
I
back in the day?
love Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one didn't
That's
even.
interesting.
That one wasn't even written with the band. That one I wrote with Glenn from the Spot Studios, and that's who recorded it, produced it, everything.
Wow.
So again,
Yeah, shout out to Glenn.
Yeah,
Talented motherfucker.
and then
Yeah,
well,
man.
and it was so
That's
funny because
a-
we wrote it and everything, and then we brought it out to Rich, and Rich was like, Glenn, what did you do with this bass line? Because we were just messing with stuff, and we kind of just laid something down, and it was
Sure.
messy, of course.
And sometimes
And
in the
so
studio
Rich
you can
was
copy
like-
and paste something and you get something interesting, but then how do
Yeah.
you perform that live?
Rich was like, what did you do? And so Rich had to go in and fix it a little bit, because of course it's like the early writing stages, everything's a little messy. But me and him wrote it, and I think specifically the two influences on it was so Halsey had just had an album come out, and it was produced by some of the guys from 9 Inch Nails.
Oh yeah.
And I already
Atticus Ross.
loved, I
Trent-
already
Trent
loved
Reznor.
9 Inch Nails, and so the fact that I had a Halsey album that sounded like 9 Inch Nails was
Yeah.
the best for me. And I was like, I want to do a song that has that vibe. And Glenn was like, okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. And so we got I'd Rather Die. And then the version that we play live is different, definitely more of a heavier rock.
Yeah.
The I'd Rather Die recording is much more chill.
Is that the thing that it's like we want power or we love? What's it?
If I can't have love, I want power.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. And that's on there, right? Or that's it? That's
Yeah,
the
that
name-
whole
that's
album
the name
was
of the album.
produced
Okay.
by
that's it.
Atticus Ross
Yeah, gotcha,
and
gotcha.
I'm forgetting the name of the other guy right now.
Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor. There we go.
You know, the guy himself.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll speak to what playing it live is like, because it was like she said, when they brought it to us, we were also had the exact same reaction that Rich had. We're like,
Yeah,
okay,
because I brought them the original demo
what is
track.
going on here? And we couldn't. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of tension going on between the bass and the chords and different things. And yeah, for sure, like it took some fixing. I think it takes our version definitely takes a cut out of like. I'd say my influence for that song was Muse. Heavily.
Yeah, I love music.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has the
Same
chorus
with me.
has this really fast, and
Nice.
those little one
That's Matt
chord,
Bellamy, yeah. hell
yeah, those like one string riffs that they create, like I really took influence from that. And so it definitely takes this alternative,
But were you
heavy
presented this
rock
song
to
just
it.
as the recording? You said it wasn't done with the
Yeah.
band.
So when I
So
wrote it,
how do you guys? Are you? Is this part of your set or no?
not
no.
today because we have not
today,
figured
but
out.
like as a band.
Oh yes,
Yeah. It
is.
It's in every one of our sets. It's
Actually, a
it's
favorite on the set. Yeah,
Yeah.
like people get really hyped.
Yeah,
Like,
which is so funny because
Fucking
when
good.
I wrote it, it wasn't a hype song. Like it was so chill. The vocals are still so chill on the recording. So it's nice to have like a different version of it when you play it live. Because I'm one of those people that's like we couldn't replicate the sound that it's of the recording
Right.
as a live
you gotta
performance.
adapt it. You gotta.
And so I like if you can't make it sound the way that the recording is, adapt it for your stage.
exactly.
And I heavily speak about that most of the time.
It's
that
a
I'm like,
Radiohead way.
yeah, you
I
gotta
love the Radiohead way.
adapt your music. And so when I brought it to him, it was just I think my layered vocals. I think it was two tracks of my vocals that were layered to give the different like kind of harmonies that are on there at the time, and then was Glenn's. Just anything that he did instrument wise.
yeah,
Right.
it's like a synthy piano,
Right.
like
Yeah.
thing.
It's
Yeah,
really cool.
synthesized.
Have you added in a synth or keyboard into your live? And are you thinking of that because of tracks like this?
Yes. So we've been trying to get Freddie to play the keys for a long time because he's
But you'd
phenomenal.
rather play guitar. I don't blame you.
He's phenomenal at it. So good. And he's barely been like, hey, maybe I'd be down to do that. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, she's not wrong. They have tried to convince me for a long time, but I mean, bringing your guitar, your amp, that's enough stuff to haul around.
Yeah, I know. Like
Having to bring a keyboard on top of it. So I've been against it, but no, I'm for sure looking at it now. I think definitely now that I've taken a step back in this last like year and a half, 2 years on vocals, I've definitely had to step back. And with my brother Isaac stepping up on that, it definitely opens up for me to be like, okay, I can.
It's
Like-
really fun.
Yeah.
Way
No,
back in the
yeah.
day when I was in my college band days, I was like keyboardist / I had an acoustic guitar, I had like a theremin, I had a bunch of like shit.
Yeah.
But that was a fun position to be in the band because it's like every song that came my way I was like, what do I want to do? What should I want to play? Or even halfway between, you play a little piano and then you stop, you grab the
Yeah.
guitar. It's
and that's
fucking fun.
It looks fun, and I think for a long time I didn't want to do the piano thing because when you get really good at one instrument, like I did with the guitar, and then transitioning and learning how to play the piano,
Right.
it is frustrating because you're like, dude, I want to play this thing I play on the guitar. Why can't I play it on the piano? Like I can do it like instinctively on the guitar with my eyes closed, but then on the piano, and it's like, dude. And for a long time, I think I struggled with that frustration with getting, caught up skill-wise when it comes to the piano and my guitar skills. But I mean, I've
I would
told
just
her
like
I
to
really.
mention that he's like getting caught up. He was still better than the average.
Oh, I
Still better than average, even when he said he was struggling
No,
with it.
I appreciate that. No, for sure. No, yeah, there's, like I said, I'm excited for it. I definitely am trying to, I definitely have started writing a lot of piano and, songs that are going to definitely more focused on that instrument, the keyboard.
Right.
And we're definitely working on bringing those to the band. And I think that's definitely like our next project in the works. We'll definitely have a lot more of that. Where it'll be me backing off of the guitar a bit more. And since Isaac has definitely grown in the past 2 years on the guitar too, he's definitely going to have to take a more lead role on some of these things. Because for our next project, I really want to focus on the piano and the synth.
Cool. That would be great.
Yeah.
In your recorded presentation, do you use any pre-recorded components at all, or?
No,
No.
we don't.
Right.
Live, it's just
That's
shade.
right.
What you
Yeah.
see is what you get.
I'm a purist.
Me too, but I
so-
gotta ask because even cool bands,
Well, there's certain bands
sometimes
that
it's
I'm like,
the in the air
it
like
works.
a click, but sometimes it's just like interstitial like soundscapes. Like there's the gamut. And sometimes
Yeah.
they pre-recorded harmanies, and those are the ones where I'm like, blah.
Yeah,
boo.
I am gonna be a hater for a second. If it works for you, you can ignore what I say because in the end, it's your art. You can do whatever you want with it, and if your fans like it and you like it, do what you want. But for me, I think it is cheating to throw
bit.
like extra vocals on there when
I
you're
know.
live, because you can have someone else sing them while you're up there.
I know.
And also, it just bugs me when someone is singing over, not even harmonies, behind them, just like the full-on vocal,
Oh yes, I've heard that too.
bugs me so much because I'm like, you are
Right.
a good singer. You
Yeah,
are a
or-
good singer, and you need to show off
Yeah.
your voice, and it's making it sound like you are uncomfortable with who you are as a musician, and I think that's so sad because
Yeah.
some people are just such strong vocalists.
I saw a really great band last week. Opening for Keen. Have you ever heard the Britpop band Keen?
Mhm.
Oh, they're
Yes.
so good. And then opening for them is a band that's really got some cool shit out there. They're called Everything Everything.
Mhm.
But they go up there. I think they were only like a 3-piece, right? And everything was done to a click, and there was you could definitely tell there's a backing track, doing all kinds of stuff, putting in rhythm, doing and I don't know, it just and that seems to be a trend. And then Keen actually hits all their harmonies. There's a couple times where it's like, yeah, they're doing that, but it's like they're just adding like a little synth or something that was like they just didn't have the instrument on stage. I was like, I'll give them a pass on a couple of those. But I don't know. Yeah, I was like, I would rather have seen Everything, even if it wasn't as pristine in the production live, and just be more quote unquote honest, like you said, just strip back.
Yeah, it's definitely like it works for certain bands. It works and it's the right sound for them, but I feel like sometimes it's being used as like a crutch that some people don't need.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like own it. If you're up on stage, you
Right.
gotta own that you're there. And I
Yeah.
think some people just don't do that.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And I mean, I think our songs also, the way we write songs too, they're meant to be played live. Like
Mhm.
we also write music that's meant to be played live. So it almost sounds even better live than it does on the recording. Cause
Nice.
it's
There's more life to it.
yeah, there's definitely more life to it. And, we definitely have very good stage presence as a band. Bailey as a singer has incredible stage presence and herself alone being the front person. But as a band, we definitely have good stage presence, and that definitely translates live. And it's definitely because of the rawness, and I do
and
enjoy it.
I think the thing that I like about it and like that I love most about it is that sometimes as musicians, we're like there and like not having the pressure of like being stuck with like a click track or something, or like with
There's
like
more
a
free
pad or
expression.
something.
Yeah, it's free
And
expression
then,
and
it gives us the chance to like improvise. Like
you
we
can
definitely-
improvise, you have to react,
Yeah.
things happen, things change.
And-
Well,
it's
and
all
again,
live
I
experience.
suck at timing, and so I
Yeah.
screw it up
No, and
quite
then-
frequently.
And definitely, me and Freddie have created, new guitar parts in the middle of a set, and then and then we go back after the set and like tell Freddie, I was like, hey, what did you do in this song when you did this? You should keep doing that because that's actually really cool, and
Nice.
it just becomes part of the song afterwards.
Yeah, well, and I think it's pretty obvious that we enjoy doing what we're doing when we're on stage, which is a comment I get from people quite often, is that we look like we're having fun.
Right.
And it is so sad that has to be like a weird compliment to get. I'm like,
Right.
what bands are you seeing where they don't
It's
look
kind
like
of
they're
a
having
shoegazer
fun?
aesthetic. They just kind of walk up there and
Yeah.
then look down at the pedal board, and
Yeah,
that's a whole thing.
Yeah,
we definitely-
the nonchalant vibe is not us, for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I
I
know.
don't think
That's
any of
it's
us could
passe.
be
It's a bit
nonchalant
it's
if we
passe.
tried.
Nonchalance is passe. All right, let's do. I want you to run down all your recent singles and what you're up to, but let's interject with yet another song
Cool.
before we get on to all that. You got a couple more for us? You got maybe two more, the one and then one to close out?
Yeah, that'll
All
work.
right, perfect.
Okay, let's do Mean to You. So this one is so I had literally just broken up with my ex like the week before, and then I went on a trip to New Mexico to visit my grandparents and to like do some songwriting and stuff. And so I met up with, again, Elise. We've written a few songs together, and so this was the first song that we wrote together while I was out there on this trip. It was a week after I'd broken up with my ex, and I was not doing great, and I was pissed because I think, I don't know, he might have a different interpretation of it because we all like to see ourselves in the best light, and I will own that, but I think I handled it very well and very maturely. And I, after the fact, was like, I should have been mean. I should have yelled at him because I didn't yell, and I now totally would have yelled. And so that's what this song is. It's I should have been mean to you.
The high road doesn't always feel so good, I
Yeah,
guess.
so this is the I should have been mean. I should have been like that. I wasn't mean back then. I held it all in. Didn't let my hurt make your world spin. You sat there talking devoid of emotion. I sat there crying because my devotion made your words ache so much. Is this how you treat somebody you love? Oh, your words ache so much. Is this how you treat somebody you love? I should have been mean to you. Said all my things to you. Oh, what did I mean to you? How do you do? I should have been mean to you. Gave you a bleeding heart too. I should have been mean to you. All of my pain is in italic, 'cause you always said I had a flair for dramatics. We were in love, now it's all ashes, covered in bruises, blood and scratches. Love will make you a martyr. It's how you get addicted to the fire. Love will make you a martyr. I should have been mean to you. Said all my things to you. Oh, what did I mean to you? How do you do? I should have been mean to you. Gave you a bleeding heart too. I should have been mean to you. I wish I never told you those things that I loved. Made it so you knew me and you said it wasn't enough. You wanted vulnerable, I thought that I was. I just wasn't the kind of girl you wanted to love. I should have been mean to you. Said all my things to you. Oh, what did I mean to you? How do you do? I should have been mean to you. Gave you a bleeding heart too. I should have been mean to you, mean to you, mean to you, mean to you. I should have been mean to you.
Nice. I think that's like, is that the middle of your mental states? I hypothetically could be in trilogy, starting with drunk right now, and then should have been mean to you.
Oh yeah. It's really funny. So what will we do? Our one of our recent singles was actually written like pre-relationship, and then when I broke up with the person I was dating, everyone was like, when they would hear it, they'd be like, "Oh, did you write that about this?" And I was like, "No, apparently I'm just a, fortune teller, and I can just like see shit because it wasn't planned." But everyone thinks it's like part of this song set, and none of them were written around
You
the
wrote
same
a concept
time.
album and didn't even know it.
Basically,
That's right.
like everyone
was ahead of her own time.
Like, what was it? I think my current partner was telling me his mom was asking, like, oh, what was this about such and such with the certain songs? And he's like, yes, but not that exact situation. And so everyone literally just thinks they're all intertwined. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Makes me sound like a mastermind when really it was just happenstance.
Well, once again, I guess that begs the Taylor Swift comparisons, because what does she do but take all these personal details of her life and throw them into her art? But shit, she's literally the most popular artist in the goddamn world right now. So
Yeah.
it's an approach that can work.
Yes. The funny thing, I think it's so funny that, like, even with us right now, we're bringing up that Taylor Swift is the one that writes all these songs. Have you ever listened to a melodramatic, like, 20-something-year-old man playing a guitar in a bar? It's the same thing. And so it's so funny to me that she is so good at it that she's the face. She is the face of writing about your exes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a tradition that goes back, I don't know.
Well, people
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like people don't talk much about like the vulnerability it takes to do all that. Cause like I've definitely told Bailey this, like her recent songs where she has written more about herself than others, like the lyrics feel different, you know, they feel raw, they feel there's a lot more emotion behind them, and
Right.
like that's definitely not something I'm brave enough to do, because I
Yeah,
don't
well,
think
you
I
know
have
what?
ever
That's how
written
you,
music about like me and what I'm going through. But like I definitely do write about like a lot of things that I see going around in the world and things like that, and that's more my process. But I think it takes an incredible like
But I think that's how you
vulnerability
connect as
to
an
do
artist.
that.
Like,
yeah,
think about all the artists that you've loved or whatever. They don't tend to play it safe. We were just talking
Yeah.
about Trent Reznor.
yeah.
You know, going back to he literally, his biggest, I mean, Pretty Hate Machine did pretty good, but his big breakout hit was from Downward Spiral, Closer, right?
Yeah.
He sabotaged that. He was going, that's why it's got the extreme profanity in the lyrics, because everyone's like, oh, that like kind of disco track, blah, blah, blah. He's like, fuck, now I don't want it to be the single. And he tried to sabotage it, but that didn't work. It was too fucking catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I like to say, like, with writing songs that can be about people, I like to say that it's not about the person, it's about how that person made me feel. Because I feel like that's such a heavy thing to put on somebody, to be like, this song's about you.
Oh, yeah,
And
sure.
I can be bitchy, I can be mean, but I just feel like that's a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't it? Even songs, that's true. I've even written songs that are like not about somebody, but precipitated by, inspired by
them, or
the way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought
So
on by the things that they've said or did, or things that you've said or did.
Yeah, it's like when you watch the fucking TV show, inspired by the blah blah blah. Like, it could be fucking something totally different, but it was what inspired me to write a screenplay about a duck.
About a duck. Yeah, man.
Well, like, okay, so Anna Kendrick was in this musical, like, movie where the guy that wrote the musical wrote it as his view of his divorce with his wife. And it's so funny because it's, like, such a great example of the two sides of a story. Because it's like it's a musical, so it's obviously the full story there.
He said,
so,
she said.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, for me, it's so funny because there's a song in there that it's like, you really wrote this and still thought people would be on your side. So that was, like, really funny to me. But it's also, like, you get to think about the fact that, like, oh, there could totally be a whole other musical to the opposite side of this. And
Like
I love
Wicked.
thinking about
I mean,
that.
kind of. I mean,
It's a B-side to everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know the musical Wicked.
Oh, yes.
Wicked, it's the whole premise really is going.
I
hey,
recently just went and saw that. It's so
good, right? Yeah, I mean, I think it's good from a plot perspective. I love the idea, and it's not the only thing that does it, but the idea of, hey, you know that person you thought was the villain, you just don't know the whole story. Let me tell you the whole story, and then maybe you'll change your mind about who this person is and what they...
Definitely. Characters and people were more complicated than just a villain and a hero, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, and I'm totally open to the fact that, like, yeah, I may be expressing how I felt, but I don't know the opposite side of that story, so I love thinking about that. I also like to keep myself humble and be like, you could have been the bad person here.
Well, it's also, but you're the artist.
Yeah, so it don't
it's
matter.
incumbent, if somebody else has a different point of view,
Yeah.
let them make their
Yeah,
own
be
fucking
like,
art,
you should make a song.
Sure, right now, no one's stopping you.
I so badly wish that something like that big and tumultuous could happen to me again. So that way I could have
Okay.
them write a song and then I write a song and then we do like features on a song together. I think that would be so epic. Like there's this like I think it's technically like an art thing where this lady they did her and her partner at the time, they did an art thing where they literally met up and they broke up and whatever, and then they walked away from each other and never saw each other again. And then they, like, I think recently in the past, like 5-ish years, they met up again, didn't say anything to each other, just like saw each other and then parted ways. I love the idea of that. Like, I think that is so cool.
Wow,
You just
man.
want to like emotionally torture
I
yourself.
do, and yet
That's
I am in a
ridiculous.
very healthy, happy relationship right now, and so it's like,
Shout out
damn.
Leon.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Shout out Eon.
Yeah, that they call my boyfriend's name is Ian, and so they call him Eon because that's what my grandma called him one time,
Oh.
and it's just stuck.
Like a long period of time. The
Yeah.
eon.
Eon. Nah, shout
Okay,
out.
well, I want you to do one more song to wind down, but let's first of all, can you run down like your last, say, 4-ish or 5-ish singles that you've released? Because they've been fast and furious these last couple months.
Yeah. So the one that was, like I think like last 4, I think it was Love Like This was the most recent one, and then we've had these songs that we've just released for like 2 years. They've been done, recorded, everything, but we just haven't had the capability to put them out yet, and so we recently started doing it because we're just like, we need to get these out. We need to be able to push these out, and people have been begging for them for so long.
Yeah.
And so we had Love Like This, and then there's this big gap window of time. And then we dropped What Will We Do?
Yeah. Okay.
I think
We've
it's
spun
drunk
that
right
before.
now.
Oh, wait.
No? I think it went Love Like This, Drunk Right Now.
Yeah.
Was it? No,
Yep.
it was Drunk Right Now,
Okay. Drunk
Yeah.
Right Now, Love Like This.
Love Like This. And then, see, I know what I'm talking about. And then it was What Will We Do? Starting the whole lineup of everything releasing. And then we, like I think it was a couple weeks later, we dropped I'd Rather Die.
Yeah. Okay. We talked
And
about
then
that one. Love
Most
that one.
recently, Come to the Water dropped. Because
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
gonna be doing,
And, we don't have that actually. We'd love to play it on our radio show. So
yeah,
make sure we
we'll
get that
send it to
MP3.
you. We dropped that one, and like it was a whole mess dropping it because we had planned to wait and like drop it the same night as the music video that we're dropping, which is
Right, which is actually goes to the next point. You
Yeah.
have a music video coming out and a music video release party.
yes, on the 27th of
Wow.
September at Bar
Completely
404.
free?
Yeah, it's free.
Bar
Free.
404.
Bar 404, shout out.
Pine Tree
Yeah.
Janitorial Service just played there. We had a great time.
Yeah, oh,
it's
they're
a
wonderful.
good
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
good spot.
but we're gonna
yeah.
have like signature drinks for the thing.
How
And
fun
then,
is that?
Yeah, and so we've got Master Ferocious opening up the night, and then we're gonna play a set, and then we're gonna show the video, and so then the video will drop at midnight. So everyone that goes to the show gets to see it early. We get to christen Bar 404's screen, their projector.
Yeah,
They
they're
haven't
putting
used
a
it
Oh,
yet.
projector.
very cool.
So
Hey,
the
what
first-
night is this again?
September 27th.
September 20th. That's my birthday, actually.
Oh,
Literally
yeah,
on my
man.
birthday.
Ooh, look at
Happy
that.
early birthday.
And
What a way to
um,
celebrate.
let's see. We got that Ember dropping this week. This episode will drop next week. So yes, that'll still be in the future. It'll be literally next week.
It will be. So
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
week,
Next week.
we will have a
So
Video
I guess it'll-
releasing.
yeah.
when this
Yeah.
airs next.
But we were
Yeah.
planning to drop the song the same night, and we're like, oh, that'll be perfect. But then we got an opportunity that it needed to be released early for, and
Oh,
so
okay.
we just like kind of rushed it out to the point where like
Alright.
I didn't even get to let the guys know until it was out. I was like, hey, by the way,
She kind of just sent a group text and she was
Yeah.
like, hey guys, Come to the Water's out. Let
Yeah.
everybody know. I was like,
yeah, I messaged them. I messaged the violinist that's on the song, and I was like, hey, it's out. Here you go. And so it was kind of just like a fly by the night, like dropped it
Alright,
kind
alright.
of thing. But people really love that one. It's a fan favorite. I would say.
It's my favorite, actually. It's a lot of fun
Cool.
to play.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it was definitely a labor of love, like we were talking about earlier. It was interesting.
yeah, this
song to get
one.
together.
This one was, for me, interesting at the beginning. I did not vibe with it as much because the timing and like I said, back when we used to first write, you used to send me these weird voice memos all out of time, and So at first it was very hard, but it has definitely become my favorite song. Like,
Cool.
and it's still sort of developing, you know.
I
Like,
mean, any song
but-
about murder,
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Murder
You know,
ballads.
and it's about pirates, you know, and
Yeah, pirates,
mermaids,
murder.
and well, like murderers,
Sirens.
mermaids, but
Yeah.
Do we have any other upcoming events past that music release that we should be talking about or plugging at all?
We're doing just a little acoustic set for what is it called? A fundraiser show
Okay.
that we'll be posting about soon.
All right. Will
I
that
don't
be
know
this
the- yeah.
configuration of
It'll
musicians?
be this configuration.
All right,
Yeah.
It's a
well, that's a
trio,
good
yeah.
configuration.
It's in my hometown, so it's in Keensburg, which
Your
y'all
hometown.
just recently played our car show.
That
we'll
car
be on
show,
that
yeah.
same stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Or no,
that.
never mind. No, we're at the
Okay.
Legion. The
Oh,
Legion.
okay.
Sorry,
In
not
the same town,
stage.
but not the same
town.
stage.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm like, I'm not gonna say the name yet because I'm not entirely sure because
Okay,
I would
okay.
screw it up.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have the memory of a fish.
that's why we have Dave.
That's why we have Dave.
That's true. Managers.
Shout out Dave,
That's why we
man.
shout out Dave.
For real, man.
He's
All right.
He's a real one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do one final song and then we'll just
Yeah.
do some sign offs and we'll call it good.
Cool.
It's been a wonderful podcast.
No, it's been fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do "Come to the Water."
Yeah, which releases the video
Yeah.
releases.
Yeah, the song's already out. Never felt harder than for a man at the sea. Come join in my waters, no need to be. I am a beautiful monster. Love will not falter. I'll make you my sailor. Just listen to my song. Come to the water. It's where you belong. Just a bit further.
like a PJ Harvey song with Rodrigo y Gabriela backing her up.
Oh, dude, Rodrigo.
They're awesome, man.
Rodrigo, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It is. Well, I like those sort of, again, dark subject matter. Totally a Pauly Jean, which I love. I'm a dude of the '90s, so I love the PJ Harvey stuff.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think my favorite movies are like Pirates of the Caribbean, so it's like
Yeah, which
they really
this
hit
song
home.
was
so.
heavily inspired by. So.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's
Oh,
why I
and
love
nice.
this
You know,
song.
our band van is called the Black Pearl. So.
Love it.
Dude, that is a name right there.
Eventually, I'm gonna get the Black Pearl tattooed right here. That's the plan. So that's definitely it's a go-to, man.
Yeah, those movies have a hold on you, man.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
you right
that's
there.
Great.
Well, they're largely inspired by Keith Richards, a great rock and roller. So
Yeah.
I guess that comes through.
No,
Just
yeah.
comes straight through.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really fun podcast. Thank you, Gary, for filming. Hi, Gary.
Yeah.
Good for saying a couple
Shout out.
words here and then. Any final words? Whether you want to shout out something, somebody, anything you guys are up to, besides that we haven't already talked about.
We're not really up to anything else.
No, I guess
we've
just
kind of covered most of it.
Actually, let me ask you: you've been dropping single. Are
Yes.
there plans to make an LP or to put it out as an LP?
I would love to, but financially, I would never recover. But also, I kind of like just dropping singles because I feel like
Right.
you're not. So many people like to drop like an album or an EP and it has to have all the same vibe. I don't believe that, and so I like dropping singles because every one of them can have a whole different sound and a whole different kind of vibe to it. I do plan to drop more songs about murder eventually.
Oh yeah.
Keeping
Cool.
it dark.
love
But yeah, I
it.
kind of like to shout out just our two band members that aren't here, Jeff and James.
Jeff and
Because while we
James.
love
Sure.
doing stuff where it's just the three of us, we do miss them.
Hell yeah! As somebody who's seen you guys
Yeah.
as a band unit live, you guys fucking rock.
Yeah.
Of course, this configuration is really rad. I dig it. The acoustic guitar, and you're an excellent guitarist, Freddie.
Oh, and our most
Thank
important
you,
shout
man.
out, David, our manager.
The manager. Yeah, we
who-
would not
who
be able
keeps
to
us
do.
together.
Yeah, we would not be able to do even half of what we do without him. That's for sure.
He definitely keeps us on check.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we forget, and then he like tells us the week of. He's like, "Hey guys, remember you got a show on Friday." I'm like, "Do
Right.
it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot to schedule shit, promote
Yes,
shit,
Yeah.
make contact with everybody. Then you gotta
Yeah.
wrangle all
Yeah.
the band members. Get
Yeah.
them,
Well, and these
it's-
guys don't have to do most of that. It's me, but mainly David.
Yeah.
Mainly David.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Definitely shout out David because that's.
I'm good. No, I've just been doing this for a long time, and I'm happy to do it for you guys and keep it rolling. And like I've said from the beginning, it's only the beginning. We got so much more to do.
That's right.
So many more ears to turn,
Oh yeah.
and we're gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah. Go Dave.
I would like to do a shout out to Carrie at Bar 404.
Oh yes.
He's
Bar
really,
404.
Really.
Yeah, they're such
doing
angels.
this good.
Yeah, since they're going to be the ones that are hosting our fun little video release, they've really been so accommodating, and everything is just so easy with them, which, as musicians, is not always the case. So we really love them, and we're really excited to do our show there.
Yeah, amazing people to work with, man. Shout out Bar 404
Yeah,
for
and it's
sure.
not every venue will hear someone be like, "Hey, we're gonna do signature cocktails for this," and they'll be like, "Yeah, we're down. Let's do it." So they got me there. They were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, totally." So
Nice.
And
people
we
on there,
also
too.
we've talked about him a little bit. Shout out to the Spot Studios, Glenn Sawyer, and Rich Veltrop. Excellent studio. Really, we've had a great time with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing guys, for sure.
yeah, and of course,
shout out you guys. Thank you for
Yes.
having
Yeah,
us.
shout out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
One
for
more-
having
one
us.
more to Jorge Arana.
Oh, yeah, our
Chicago,
videographer.
our videographer. Just really saw our vision and went with it. And Chicago was a great time. We're looking forward to coming back out there and doing more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Definitely.
All right then, I think already sound off here, Mr. Video Guy. I'm just gonna hold up the K4CO.
Yeah.
Remind everybody that you can download that app. Download this app. You know, and-
download the app,
and
y'all.
Bailey, you are on the short list, so Kind of Vague Radio plays you all the time.
Hell yeah.
But even more than that, you're on the expanded. You'll go into general rotation sometimes.
Oh.
So you know, tell your
Yeah,
friends, download
shout
this
out,
on K4CO. You
guys.
never know what you're gonna
Your
hear.
IT guy does not know about K4CO streaming, so it can't be blocked. If you work at a fucking fascist corporate environment where they block Spotify, YouTube, and all things, they don't know.
Oh yeah, so okay, get the app or stream it. And that's it. And then of course this is a podcast. It's a podcast on Spotify. If you're enjoying it, please follow. That would really help. And you know, tell all your followers to also check us out.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. We definitely will.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
It's been
K4CO.
really excellent. Sorry Andrew was you know, behind the weather or whatever you want to call it tonight, but I'm sure he would have loved to have been here. But you know, you'll see him soon enough, I'm
Yes.
sure. We're out and about.
Yes, also health first. So.
Yeah.
Health first.
Definitely.
I guess
Health
you would
first.
know
Yeah.
Yes.
above everyone else.
Health first, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Signing
Yes,
off.
thank you.
Good night.
All right.